right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson. We are once again in storm alert tonight as your Memorial Day weekend plans could be washed out. Severe weather expected overnight and on Sunday. We want to get straight to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. There have been some watches extended, right, Scott?
Yeah, the severe thunderstorm watch has been extended south and southeast of St. Louis until at least 11 o'clock, maybe a little bit longer than that. We have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. The latest was just issued moments ago, and that is for parts of Madison and St. Clair County, as the cell that we've been tracking all afternoon or all evening long from St. Charles County through North St. Louis County has moved over into Madison County and is going to kind of clip the Madison-St. Clair County line. And that hail core popped up just a little bit, so might be some quarter-size hail approaching Maryville right this moment and into Collinsville by 10:09, Troy at 10:10. The other severe thunderstorm warning is down here in Jefferson County. This storm seems, though it has weakened just a little bit, but still may be capable of producing some gusty winds around 50 miles per hour, as well as the potential for some hail. Just kind of tracking on that. It is moving into Festus. It is going to be moving through Oakville and Olympian Village. And again, the line goes down all the way south of Steelville. You still have storms east of St. Louis, and they're still flaring up over the farm fields of southern Illinois, but not in the same places that they did earlier. As much as 7 to 7.5 or more inches of rain fell around Litchfield with repeated thunderstorms this afternoon. So far as we know, right now, the watch is set to expire at 11 o'clock for the St. Louis area, points east and southeast. It could get extended just a little bit longer. So what you need to know is keep those phones charged up, notifications on, and if you do have plans outside this weekend, know your shelter options, especially if you're camping. We'll be fine tomorrow weather-wise, but Sunday is going to be an impactful weather day for some of us. We'll talk more about those chances in a few minutes, Kelly.
I'll see you then, Scott. And the bad weather also impacting baseball tonight at Busch Stadium. Just over an hour ago, the Cardinals-Cubs game was postponed. It won't be made up until July 13th, and a split doubleheader. The series is set to begin tomorrow night instead. And you will want to stay on top of this forecast this holiday weekend. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355, and we'll be happy to send you a link. Tonight, crews spent hours cleaning up after a dangerous gas exposure at a water treatment plant in unincorporated St. Charles County. 4 people went to the hospital. As Robert Townsend reports, 2 of them were seriously hurt.
The gas release mishap caused quite a stir at this water treatment plant near Defiance. It shut down Highway 94 for several hours and kept emergency responders busy.
St. Charles County Ambulance District, the police agencies, as well as Cottleville Fire, Augusta Fire, and other agencies.
Investigators say around noon, 3 workers and a trucker at Public Water Supply District Number 2 started complaining they were having trouble breathing after being exposed to hydrogen fluoride. The executive director tells me the exposure happened after that trucker accidentally put the dangerous chemical in the wrong 15,000-gallon tank that was outside the plant.
This was a result of an unintentional mixing of an acid and a bleach. And so that released this hydrogen fluoride gas.
The gas can irritate the eyes, nose, and cause breathing problems. Investigators say 2 people suffered life-threatening injuries. The other 2 victims' symptoms were less serious.
When they left here, they were conscious and alert.
The executive director says they will remain closed for the weekend as a result of the gas exposure.
We don't have any immediate homes in the area that are in any type of danger whatsoever.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
And the plant's executive director also says they have a separate source of water to deliver to their more than 40,000 customers. Now to new information on a terrible tragedy, a deadly crash in South St. Louis County that killed 3 members of a family. Missouri Highway Patrol says a semi pulled over to the side of the road in the northbound lanes of Interstate 270. A car driven by Michelle Yeager crashed into the truck. She and her 2 daughters died. The semi driver was not injured. The ramp is still closed tonight. It's been closed for more than 12 hours. Tonight, a Missouri lawmaker is remembering his daughter and son-in-law who were shot and killed in an ambush last night in Haiti. Police say David and Natalie Lloyd were attacked by gangs as they left a youth group activity held at a local church in Port-au-Prince. They were working for Missions in Haiti, which was founded by David's parents. Natalie is the daughter of Missouri State Representative Ben Baker.
They were so happy together, doing life, doing ministry together, and we would talk to them on FaceTime every week, at least once a week usually, and they were always happy. And even in the midst of all the chaos happening in Haiti, they were always smiling and, had a positive outlook.
A GoFundMe has been established to assist with the Lloyd's funeral expenses. A third person was also killed in the attack. Now we want to check in with Scott again. You have some new information?
Yeah, we just got this extension on the severe thunderstorm warning down here that's in Jefferson County. The severe thunderstorm around Hillsborough moving southeast here. And so that warning has been extended until 10:45 and may get extended out towards Festus and a little farther on to the east here and the southeast. And there is some rotation within this storm. You can kind of see that little hook there. So there is that potential we might spin something up before the evening's done. Just stay inside, away from the windows and doors, and you'll be fine as these storms roll through the area, Kelly.
All right, Scott. Right now, more than 100,000 Americans are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. New tonight, Annie Kroll sits down with a husband no longer in need of a kidney thanks to the love of his life.
In sickness and in health. That's the vow Rob and Nikki Gallagher made in 1999.
Every family, every person has struggles, but this was probably most certainly the hardest time of our life.
About a year ago, Rob's kidneys started to fail.
I weighed 270 pounds. I had almost 100 pounds of water weight on me, and I couldn't breathe.
Couldn't breathe, couldn't sleep,
Couldn't sleep.
nothing.
And yeah, it was miserable.
The couple drove about 3 hours from Mahomet in central Illinois to Barnes Jewish Hospital to get Rob a transplant.
Just had a gut feeling at the time. I just didn't even have a second thought. I want to be tested first.
And on March 14th, 2024, Nikki became a donor to the boy she met in high school in Fisher, Illinois, the volleyball star falling for a football senior on their first date in October 1992.
Dairy Queen was our first stop.
Which was probably a little nerve-wracking because my stepdad was his football coach.
Yes.
So there's that.
So I really had to behave.
Now with 3 kids, all athletes, they're helping Coach Gallagher on his road to recovery. Doctors at Barnes Jewish Hospital tell me they have the 16th largest kidney transplant program in the country. Last year alone, performing 330 kidney transplants.
It's more common for a parent to match their child because you're sharing the blood type. The child is 50% of each parent. With a spouse, you don't know what you're marrying, right? I mean, when you go on a date, you never really ask what your blood type is. Maybe we should, but we don't.
Dr. Henry Randall, director of the Transplant Center at SSM Health St. Louis University Hospital, said spousal transplants aren't that rare.
We don't have to worry about relations with the majority of transplants because we have powerful immunosuppressant drugs that make up for those genetic differences.
Rob said Nikki gave him her heart 32 years ago. Now she's given him her kidney.
I tell people that all the time. I'm blessed to have her as my wife. She's my best friend. She's my hero, and she saved my life.
Reporting in the Central West End, Annie Kroll, 5 on your side.
Sweet story. Rob is already back at work, planning to be back on the football field coaching this fall. If you are interested in donating a kidney or being added to the national donor list, look for the story in the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com. Well, this weekend, a local tradition continues. We were there for today's kickoff of the St. Louis County Greek Festival, which serves as a huge fundraiser for the Assumption Greek Orthodox Church. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon reports on what you can expect over the next few days.
Talk about letting the good times roll. A little dancing, clapping, and simply enjoying one another.
The camaraderie, the people, and just the love and support.
Welcome to the St. Louis County Greek Festival. an event that's now 85 years strong.
It's beautiful, it's great. We love the Greek festival.
And while the entertainment is a big draw, you can't forget the delectable Greek dishes.
A gyro.
The Greek salad was my favorite.
The honey walnut cake is by far the best. I always go for the lamb shank. The lamb shank is amazing. It falls right off the bone.
So many options. I asked organizer Greg Simos to keep counting down.
We have our traditionals, pasticcio. We have a Greek spinach pie, which is our spanakopita. People love that as well. Almost everything we do is homemade, handmade here by our parishioners here. We have our homemade desserts as well, which is probably actually the highlight of everything.
I'm looking for the baklava.
Well, I can get you the baklava, for sure. We got plenty of baklava.
There's a purpose behind the excitement. This is a major fundraiser for the Assumption Greek Orthodox Church.
This makes up a good majority of our budget just so we can keep the doors open of the church and take care of our ministries.
Some 15,000 people expected to show up through Monday. For this crew that's made coming here an annual tradition, it's about more than a day to gather.
We keep the culture, you know what I mean? And just we give to the generation to generations, you know, not forget the roots, where they come from and everything.
And what's more, they can share that culture and pride with the masses.
We've had great crowds, the food is great.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
The Greek Festival will run from 11 a.m. until 9 tomorrow and Sunday from 11 to 4 Monday. You'll also need to bring a debit or credit card because cash is not accepted. It has been 2 years since the deadly shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde. How the community marked the somber anniversary. School's out, and for many kids, they don't know where their next meal is coming from.
1 in 6 kids is food insecure in our area.
The new program that's helping families fill the gaps on their grocery bill.
And we continue in Storm Alert with a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued now for the southern portions of Jefferson County, southwestern portions of Monroe County, and into that northern portions of St. Genevieve County. This storm that's just west of Festus, moving southeast, that's in addition to the warning that's in effect for Madison and St. Clair counties for that storm. Hail seems to be the main threat right now. We're back in just a moment.